to Sports Now. Through the first 2 months of the NBA season, it was Timberwolves this, Timberwolves to the finals, Timberwolves the best in the West. But in typical Minnesota fashion, just give it some time and things will change, or at least in their case, look a whole lot different. Right now, they're currently tied with the Oklahoma City Thunder for the top spot in the Western Conference. Now, with that being said, let me bring in my good friend Henry Lake. He knows all about the Minnesota Timberwolves. And Henry, just a couple of months ago, we were talking about how good this team was. Now we're talking about, man, do they have enough pieces to kind of get them over the hump in the Western Conference? So first, I want to start with their sluggish play. Defensively late, they lose to the Spurs, one of the worst teams in the Western Conference. What does that say about this team?
Yeah, I just think that right now the Wolves are still a good team. They played pretty good basketball to this point. But I think that overall, the last couple of weeks, you just mentioned it, defensively they haven't been the same team.
Yeah.
We have seen how dominant they have been this season defensively, and we see that Rudy Gobert is one of the top candidates, if not the top candidate, for Defensive Player of the Year. But the last couple of weeks, it hasn't been that way. So they have to refocus and get better on the defensive end, because I believe that that truly has to be part of their DNA and identity.
Yeah, especially in this game versus the Spurs that we're showing you guys right now. They had a commanding lead at one point in the first half, and then in the second half, just poor shot selection led to one thing after another, and then the Spurs were taking the lead. So, you know, for this team, let's go back one game before that when they were taking on the Charlotte Hornets. This is the big game that everyone was talking about via social media, because Karl Anthony Towns had a record-setting night, 62 points. But for nothing, they lost in that game. So what does that say about the team chemistry?
Yeah, I think that the team chemistry has actually been pretty solid this season, but there's a couple of different things about that game specifically. First off, I think that it showed the maturity issue that this team still has, because Karl Anthony Towns, he's a vet. He has to understand that, and he gets it, right? He knows he's going off. He's having a massive game. Other guys around the NBA, Joel Embiid, is having a massive game that night. But he has to know that I have to sacrifice me having a big game and getting a lot of points at the end of a game, because it's all about winning the game. So I think that it seemed like late he was focusing on maybe trying to get 70 as opposed to making sure that they got the win.
Well, Anthony Edwards said after the game that they were trying to see him get to 100. So it just lets you know that their mindset was not exactly right. So a lot of people weren't happy that Karl Anthony Towns didn't get the ball down the stretch. But you know what? Head coach Chris Finch was not happy with his team following that game.
It was an absolute disgusting performance of defense and immature basketball all the way through the game. So it really didn't slip away. It had been there from the jump. So this is what happens when you have this type of approach.
So let me ask you this now. We'll get to that Anthony Edwards video in just a second, but do you think the Timberwolves keep Karl Anthony Towns, or do you think they make a move before the deadline?
Oh, no, they absolutely keep him. They should keep him. I think he's really been good, and the chemistry's gotten a lot better this season for the Minnesota Timberwolves. It's just that you have to understand that to kick off that fourth quarter, that you just can't take a million shots.
For sure.
Like, I know you got it going periods, first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, but at the end of the game, it's winning time.
Yeah, that's when you got to get the ball to Anthony Edwards. And speaking of Anthony Edwards, you guys just saw that putback dunk that he had the other night, throwing it to himself and whatnot. All-star caliber season. He warned us before the season, because we all knew coming in he needs to make an all-NBA team to get that Supermax extension. He said he was going to be a top 15 player in the NBA this season. What are your thoughts on that?
I think he's been amazing, and he's truly, and I've said this before, he's the most talented basketball player that we've ever drafted. Not to say that he's the best player that we've ever had, because clearly that's Kevin Garnett. But coming out of the draft, he's been phenomenal. And he's really taken and elevated his game off of what we saw in the FIBA games this past summer.
For sure.
A lot of people kind of looked at him and said, is he going to be able to take it to that next level? And he's been consistent because he's taken it a notch above.
You know the thing that I love about Anthony Edwards, he has superstar written all over him. And as we watch that Steph Curry versus LeBron James matchup, everyone's wondering about who's next? Who's this next wave of talent? Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Anthony Edwards, a little rivalry brewing between those two players. They play together. They play tomorrow night, excuse me. What do you say about that matchup and what the future is for just basketball fans in general?
Shai's been outstanding, and I think that right now, if you were looking at top candidates for MVP, he's definitely in the top 3.
Okay.
Anthony Edwards is the type of player that, when you look across the board, not just the highlight plays, right? Not just the dunks and the Michael Jordan-esque plays, but also defensively how much better he's gotten too. He's always looking to take it up a notch when we're talking about a challenge.
Okay.
Jason Tatum comes in the target center, he steps it up. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with Shea.
Okay, we got about 70 seconds left in the show, so I got 2 questions left for you. Surprise player on the Timberwolves moving forward, that's who for you?
It's Nickeil Alexander-Walker. What he's provided off of the bench, and also starting, just being able to dual threat. He's improved his three-point shot, and defensively he's been outstanding.
And then what about Shake Milton? You love him?
Well, I think that Shake Milton in the second half of the season is going to be extremely important just because of Mike Conley and his minutes.
Got it. Okay. And then before I let you go, I got to ask you, you're on Taste Buds. Are you cooking? Or are you just standing there? What are you actually doing in this?
I'm doing both. I'm standing there and I'm cooking and I'm taste testing.
Okay.
You know, me and Stephanie, we were chefing it up, doing our thing, because everybody's got to get ready for the big game, right?
Sure.
So we got the big game in 2 weeks, and the next Taste Buds rolling out later this week. It'll be me and Stephanie Hansen doing our thing.
We got 30 seconds left. What's on your menu for Super Bowl Sunday?
Well, definitely you got to have some wings, right? Like you got to have some perfected wings. You got to have some chips and guac and all the various different salsas. Beyond that, what is the must-have item?
10 seconds.
Man, I don't know what the must-have item is.
I'll help him out.
Okay.
You missed it. Rotel. You got to have a nice dip to go with your chicken wings and then some French fries. Right, guys? Enjoy Super Bowl Sunday in a couple of weeks. Again, that will be the Kansas City Chiefs and the San Francisco 49ers. That's Henry Lake. I'm Ahmad Hicks. That's Sports Now. Thank you all for tuning in. You all have a great week.